Okay, so now you've gotten an overview of all 5 of the modules of the Rewrite Your Story course. And so now I want to dig into who is this course for? So I designed this course to be for anyone who is living in negative cycles. And so what do I mean by that? Are you being, weighed down by overwhelm? By anxiety, by resentment or shame or blaming? Do you feel like you're always living on the defense? Do you feel like you're always, not good enough or unworthy? Do you feel like you're always comparing yourself to others and you're just not meeting the mark? There's so many weights that can hold us down in life and make us feel like we don't want to get out of bed, or they put us into a state of depression. And I feel that on so many levels. There were just so many days that I just did not even want to get out of bed. And I didn't think that there was any possible way that I could do life another day. It didn't matter what the circumstances were. It didn't matter if everything in life was going amazing. I mean, there was one point where I went through my biggest bout of depression while my family was traveling the country. And like, we were literally having our first white Christmas because we're Floridians. And so we decided that we were going to travel the country, and we were staying in Utah for Christmas. And then there was snow everywhere and it was magical. And everyone was having a fantastic time. And I didn't want to get out of bed. And I was just, crying every day. And I thought I was homesick, but it really wasn't being homesick. It was just I wasn't dealing with emotions. I wasn't dealing with the things that I've kind of pushed under the rug for so long. And I was just believing these lies that I had made true about myself. Like I was a quitter in life. I never finished anything in life. I am a bad mom. I have a quick temper. I'm, easily angered. I'm easily defensive. And so these were all beliefs, thoughts that I had created in my mind, and they were beliefs that was believing. And so, of course, at some point, I just didn't want to get out of bed anymore. I believed I was unlovable, and that I just caused a lot of chaos in everybody else's life. And the problem is when we stay stuck there, we kind of we can't move forward, right? And so we keep living in this low state of life, and that's just not how we were created to live. And yes, we can expect the lows to happen, but we also want to allow the highs. And when we're constantly living in this low state, we can't experience the highs of our life and be present for them in the way that we were intended to experience them. And so this is when it became really important for me to dig into why I was continuing to go through these cycles of depression and anxiety and not wanting to get out of bed, and just not showing up. I just didn't even know who I was anymore. You might feel like you don't even know who you are. You look in the mirror and you're like, who are you? Like, where did I go? I didn't feel like I had an identity. And this is not a great place to stay. So this is what I mean by living in negative cycles, living in toxic cycles, because they just continue to cycle, and you just continue to stay there. And that's a choice. And I get that that's kind of a hard concept to hear, but at some point we have to make a choice to either stay there or get out of it. And so you have to make the actionable choice of getting out of it. And the problem was when I made that choice, I was ready to get out of it. Like I wanted to show up as, the mom that I always dreamed of being, and the woman I always dreamed of being as far as a wife. And, all the passions that I have inside me, I wanted to see those come to fruition. And so when I decided that, that's what I wanted to do, I kept looking for tools, and I kept falling short. Like, okay, somebody tell me how to do this. And, little by little, I started piecing some things together. And I started doing life coaching, and I did do counseling and therapy for, the depression stuff, but I'm an action oriented person. So I wanted tools to like put things into action and actually see things start to change. And so that's what this course is. This course is giving you the tools so that you can see how your life experience, all the components of your life experience come together, and the tools to help you navigate each one of those so that you can actually take yourself from a point A and get to a point B. And that is where the true change happens, when you learn the tools to actually do that. So I want to show you the difference between this free mini course that you may be hearing about and this full course. So when you go to amandatobart.com, spell your name correctly, honey, .com/courses. This is probably a landing page that you have come to. And right here, you see free mini course. And you'll see this all over the page. Here's some more about what I was going through. Here's some more about the modules. This is the full course, and I'm going to show you the difference here in a second. But I've got some questions answered for you here, and here's another access to that free mini course. So you can sign up for either. You can buy the course outright, or if you want to, give it a try first and see kind of what I've offered, you can click on free mini course access, and it'll take you to a page to sign up. You just put in your name and your email, and the email is what's used here in the login, and you'll be prompted to create a password. So you do that, and then you can log in. This is your Rewrite Your Story mini course. And so what happens in the mini courses, it is the exact same as the full course, except for you only have access to each of the modules' introduction lesson. So let's, for instance, go into module 1. Here's the introduction lesson. And so this is what you will gain for free. And again, all the videos are between like 6 to 11 minutes max. I'm pretty sure it doesn't go over 11 minutes. They're very short and very doable. And this course is lifetime access. As long as this business is running and this website is up, which I hope to be for a very long time, you can log in at any point. So please don't feel the rush that you have to get this done in a certain amount of time. It's not going anywhere. And so you just log in, you click that introduction, you push play on this cute little video, and I am doing a live video teaching. Actually, it's recorded, it's not live, but it's really, really good stuff. And so then you have downloadable worksheets. So in the mini course, you get worksheets and the video for each introduction of the module. And I'm going to show you in the full course, you get worksheets for every single video teaching. So there's your worksheet and there's your video. And then you can come back to modules and go to module 2, the watcher, all about your thoughts, and watch that introduction and do the worksheet. And then the same for module 3, all about emotions. And then module 4, all about taking action. This is the introduction, talks all about true versus false desires. And then module 5, about how the results of your life are the evidence of the thoughts you're thinking. So this is the mini course. Like I said, you get all of the introduction lessons for free. Now I'm going to have to probably log out and log back in and go to the full course. So this is what you purchase. And regularly it's $97, which you guys is like a complete steal. I mean, there's 20 video teachings in the entire module, 20. They're all, like I said, between 6 and like 11 minutes. So they're very doable. Every single lesson has this action-packed worksheet for you to take what you learn, the tools you learn, and put into action for yourself. And you also, on top of that, get 4 live group coaching sessions with me. The coaching is where I can't express enough how the coaching is where, like, really you take what you learned and then you do your worksheets. And so you've got this idea of how it applies to your life, and then you bring it to coaching. And I'm able to step alongside you as a guide to like keep moving you forward from that point A to that point B. And it's included in this course. And I'm offering the course right now for $47. So like the coaching itself is, anywhere from like $60 to $80 an hour is what I've paid in the past. And then courses, I've paid thousands of dollars for courses, and then a workbook on top of it. We're talking like a high value course, digital course in your hands with group coaching for $47. on sale, regularly priced 97. So this is a big deal, and I am going up to the 97 as January 2023 runs around. So if you watch this in January 2023, I apologize. It is probably running at 97, but there's even at 97, there's so much value in this course, and it's completely worth it. So back to the modules. In module 1, you will gain access to not only the introduction, but the 3 core teaching lessons. So this is all about uncovering your inherited or default beliefs, what you actually want to believe, what story you're telling, how you're showing up, and how do you want to show up in your life. And again, these are just jam-packed of just incredible tools. Then in module 2, you're going to learn how to do a thought download, how to take mental responsibility. And I teach you a tool called the Magic Wand Thinking, which is one of my favorite tools to use on a daily basis. It really just helps me move from a negative thought into a positive thought. In module 3, we talk all about emotions, and this is probably the heaviest module of all. We talk about the 50-50 life concept and the highs of life and the lows of life and how to take emotional responsibility. So, I talk about being quick tempered and kind of what happens when I'm, get triggered to be angry. And so we talk about how you can navigate, your most common negative emotions that kind of weigh you down. We also talk in these modules about processing grief and what that kind of looks like. In module 4, the leader, we talk all about taking action. Like I said, we talk about true versus false desires. We're going to talk about making decisions and how making decisions can actually be easy, and how it's really important to make a decision versus stay stuck in the miserable maybe of, I'm scared, I'm fearful of what's going to happen if I make this decision. Is this the right decision or the wrong decision? So I talk a lot about making decisions in that first lesson. We talk about buffering or not taking action and the things we use to buffer. And then we talk about goal setting and how you can kind of use the components of life backwards in a way to actually follow through on a goal and actually make it happen. So this is really good stuff. And then in this last module, your life experience, remember we talk about how the results of your life are the evidence of your thoughts. And, are you mentally aware of what you're thinking or what you're believing or the emotions you feel on a regular basis? And then we talk about possibilities. This is where the fun stuff starts to happen. What you are actually capable of, like what are the possibilities in your life into this future you, this new life that you're trying to create, this point B. And then we talk about the future you, and this is when we kind of take that concept of, allowing your future you to talk to your current you. So just taking that mindset of like, you've already made it, you're already there, you're already living this dream life, and how did you get there? And this is a really cool tool to use to start to get those step-by-step how to get there thoughts and ideas that are already within you. You just got to allow them to come to the surface. And then we end with this past and future self tool worksheet where you get to actually say goodbye to your past self, and you get to just love on that past self and hold loving space, and just it's kind of a tool to release that past self into the past and allow it to be there. And then you get to write a letter to your current self from your future self, and what you want to tell your current self from your future self of how you got there and what life is like in this future life that you've always dreamed of. And so again, this is like the concept of the you right now talking to your younger self, but doing it in kind of a future mindset. And it's totally not something we do on a regular basis, but it's super cool, and it really does bring the how-tos to your mind, the step by step, like, okay, well, I can try this, and maybe that'll get me there. Or, it really just gets your mind thinking creatively, and thinking outside the box is where good change can happen. So that's the difference between the mini free course, getting all the introduction modules, and actually paying for the full course. Like I said, if you're watching this in 2023, I'm sorry, uh, the launching year is over, and so it will be $97. But if you're watching this in 2022, it is still currently $47. I have extended that coupon because I know that we're in just kind of this busy holiday season right now, and everyone kind of needs time to be able to purchase the course. But I'm telling you, your future self will thank you. And it's just the perfect tool. This digital self paced course is the perfect tool for you to start living the life you've always dreamed of right now. So I'll see you in there.